Hello everyone.
Oui, bonjour tout le monde.
So today we're going live. It's day 3 of our 14-day passive income, challenge or discussion.
Yeah, anyway, we're chatting for 14 days about passive income. It's something that we use a lot in our real estate investing business. And I think that we want to help people and just make people aware of the different types of passive income streams that there are out there.
Yeah. So
this one excites me because it is one that we use and we have used in our real estate investing adventures.
Absolutely. And what's exciting too, it's very timely. So right now people are talking about RRSPs, so registered funds, RRSPs or REER en français. So using your registered funds to create a second mortgage. So a lot of people don't know you can have self-directed funds. So even TFSAs, RRSPs, RESPs, and we're going to cover that in more detail in the next few days. But today our focus is RESP, so RRSPs, sorry. Registered Retirement Savings Plans. Mm-hmm. And yes, you can go to the bank, you can just open up an account and then choose your risk level and all that fun stuff. And then usually, what's the result, Jennifer? We've had a few of those.
Yeah, so we used to have RRSPs, and in those RRSPs, we actually lost money. And then we'd make a little bit of money, and then we'd lose even more money, and then make a little bit of money, and then lose even more money. So we just basically stopped doing that because it's kind of insanity.
Yeah.
So hello, I see here.
A few people are joining us.
So hello.
Yeah.
So we stopped doing that, and we have been helping people do self-directed RRSPs in real estate. And just so you know, we will say our little
disclaimer.
We're not financial planners, and there are a few caveats that come with this. So first of all, do not lend money to people that you do not know.
Yeah, you can't legally in Ontario and in most provinces. It becomes a securities issue. So you're supposed to lend to family and friends.
Yeah, people that you know. So it's really important. So if you want to invest with people that are investing in real estate, you have to get to know them first. You have to build rapport, build a relationship, and make sure, first of all, that you're even comfortable lending money to these people, because you can't just lend money to anybody.
No, and also borrowers. So I know some people here are listening in, and their investors don't borrow from anyone either. So it might
that you don't know.
that you don't know. So it might
or
be
that you don't feel comfortable borrowing with.
Exactly, it might be very exciting. Hey, I have 100,000. Would you like to borrow it? And the interest rate is great. The person seems nice, but
the deal can support it.
Yeah, the deals can support it and stuff. But maybe there's something there, like maybe the personality clash. Who knows? You don't want a lender that's gonna be calling you like, "Where's my money? What are you doing?" You don't want to put yourself in that situation.
Clear. It has to be clearly communicated to the person what you're doing with their money, how long you're going to be using it for, and you have to have an agreement with them. But it really has to be with somebody that you know. So it's illegal in Canada to lend to a stranger.
Unless they're accredited investors.
Yes.
And accredited investors are high net worth individuals. So they're in the top income brackets. What is it? I think it's $250,000 and up per year. And they probably have $1 million in liquid funds. So
they probably won't
I don't know many of those, unfortunately.
They probably won't get somebody who's going to mess them over for an amount, so that's really important. So how we have used RRSPs for investing in the past is you use self-directed RRSPs. So there's a few companies that do that in Canada. So the person who has the RRSPs lends them to you on a property on which you have equity.
Yes.
So you receive those funds, and then you can use it to purchase or to renovate or whatever it is, the second property, and you're paying them interest
in their RRSPs.
So it's all legal. It's all
above board. There's lawyers involved.
There's a lawyer involved. It's a
maybe
second
two
mortgage.
if it's a big amount.
Yeah, if it's a big amount, it could be 2 lawyers. So it's all done above board, like you said. Nothing under the table. No
shady deals.
Shady things. And that's what we've done in the past.
Yeah, and no cash in the investor's pocket either. The person lending to you, because we're mostly borrowers. So that person actually everything, yeah, it's clear. They need to report it. It goes on their income tax, but it's within the RSP bubble, so they're not taxed right now. It's tax deferred.
Well, when they take it out.
Yeah, when they take it out.
Like a regular RRSP, but it's really a self-directed one that can be used in this case, as we do, to invest in real estate.
And it has to be arm's length. So my mom has RSPs, but I can't say, hey mom, would you like to invest? You can't.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah. So it's called an arm's length second mortgage, and it has to be with somebody. It can be with friend, or it can be with
family, but cousins, aunts and uncles.
It can't be with immediate family. So like François said, we can't borrow his mom's RRSPs.
You can't borrow mine. I can't borrow yours. That would be very easy. Can't borrow our kids because RESPs, we're going to cover that. But again, we can't. That's not possible. But I see some of my friends watching here, so let's say you wanted to do business with us, then that is possible because we're not related and we're not that close, like family-wise. So
exactly. So really, to simplify it, is that you have self-directed RRSPs with a accredited company that deals with self-directed RRSPs. You put it on a property in which there's equity available to do so, and then those funds are used to either invest in another property or renovate it or whatever, and then interest is paid, a good interest is paid on those funds, more than usual RRSPs. Some people make good money on RRSPs, and that's okay, but we're mostly dealing with people who have not made good money with their RRSPs or lost money like we did in the past, and they're making double-digit interest with us lending RRSPs.
Yeah, and again, you can't say, I feel like saying it, it's guaranteed, but no, you can't say that, it's illegal.
Yeah, you can't say that it's guaranteed.
Yeah, because we're not a bank, we're not an institution, so...
Yes. Even though it is secured against a property in Canada, and it's gone through all the lawyers, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, all the rules and laws and everything, but it still can't be guaranteed because we're not a bank, we're not an institution. We don't have an offering memorandum and all that fun stuff that I don't know. So, and that's it.
But what I like about one of these passive, what I like about this specific passive income is that it is truly passive. You're not doing much. You have a little bit of paperwork up at front to put your RRSPs into the self-directed RRSPs, and you have the little bit of work with the lawyers and everything. But after that, it is truly a passive income where you're just sitting back and collecting the interest.
Yeah. And then let's say you want money in your pocket. So we're going to cover it a bit more in some other days when we talk about TFSAs, but you can do what's called a maximizer strategy. So you can have money, 25, like let's say it's 100,000 just to make numbers easy. 100,000, then you need 2 lawyers because any mortgages above $50,000, you need 1 lawyer for each party. But let's say you do 50K in an RSP and 50K in a TFSA. So you have to have that room. The property needs to have the equity
to support
you can do up to 100% loan to value. So you may need an appraisal to judge that because you can't just say, hey, this is worth $1 million and I got that money in there. Like you might need to back it up with some paperwork. But the maximizer, what's nice is, let's say you're dealing with maybe a younger person that, yes, they want to save for their future retirement, but they want some money in their pocket as well. Is let's say you offer interest, let's use a round figure, 10% interest. So instead of doing 10 each, 10 in the TFSA, 10 in the RSPs, then you could do a different amount. Like,
you would do 5 in the RRSP, so that's being put away for your retirement, and 15 on the TFSA, which means you're actually putting more money into your TFSA, which is the money that you can touch more freely, as opposed to putting it more in your RRSP, which is money that you can't really touch without being taxed.
And then in TFSA, it's not taxable. So again, check with your accountant. Each person's financial situation is different.
Yeah, you have to do your due diligence and invest with people that you know. So that's really important.
Those are the biggest rules. And you'll know with your notice of assessment how much space you have for TFSAs. I was shocked the other day. I'm like, oh my goodness, I should get into this. We have a nice chunk in there that we're not using. But anyway, that's not our strategy personally. But
well, not for the time being. But it probably will be later on down the road when we're not...
as active. Because right now we're really active investors, but we're talking about passive income for those that have a job, a career they enjoy.
Don't have time to do all this crazy stuff that we do.
No, that's it. So there you go. That's the way. And what's nice too is that money you can put against a property, and then you can become an investor. So if you have a few properties with equity, you don't need to go to a bank. Yes, it's a higher interest, but if your project is structured the right way,
yes,
then you can
and
really...
you shouldn't be buying properties that are
so tight
that you can't support a higher interest in the first place.
Yeah, unless it's like
our personal opinion.
Yeah, that's normally, unless there's like a flip or another... We talk about exit strategies, so normally we look for at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
If there's not 3, we're not comfortable. And because of this, because you're dealing with higher interest money and you're dealing with other people's money, so the whole OPM thing is fun, but it's also a responsibility. Because you want to make sure, I mean,
because you are dealing with other people's money.
Yeah, and usually it's like friends, family, relationships you've built, like business partners and people. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure you're being respectful of that. And yeah, that's what we wanted to share today. Anything else on the RRSPs?
No,
RRSPs?
RRSPs, no. So tomorrow we will be talking a little bit more. So it'll be day 4 of passive income. We'll be talking more about the whole TFSA and other registered funds. So not RRSPs, because today we touched about that. And just if anyone is curious about what we do, is looking for more information,
send us a message. We'll be glad. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, FL Homes Corp. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, FL Homes Corp. And we're not on TikTok yet. We should be, but we're getting into Reels and Instagram, so that's fun.
I like how he says we. I don't do any of that stuff.
I am, and then Jennifer kind of sometimes.
And I don't know anything about TikTok, so that's okay.
Yeah. And then one big thing again, RRSPs that's tax deferred. Mm-hmm. TFSA is going to be tax. It's like
it's like a tax bubble.
Yeah, it's like a tax strategy, but this one is tax deferred. So if you're looking for tax deferrals and to increase your income on your RRSPs, then real estate could be your solution. And I know it's tax season. We're just going through that. We did our corporate taxes.
Yes.
And now we're working on personal taxes. Yay! It's great. So that's it.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.